You have worked on majorly ITSM or different modules as well?
No, sir. I mostly work on the ITSM. I
Okay.
recently started the working on the integration.
Integrations.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So, you have written like you have worked on UI action, client scripts, UI policies. So, first question is from UI actions. So, what kind of scripts do we write in a UI action? Is it a server side or client side script?
Sir, we can write a both script in a UI action.
Mm-hmm. How
Server
can we
side and
write? Yeah.
sir using a JSFT submit function.
Okay.
Yeah.
And okay. And what is the basic difference between client script and a UI policy?
Sir, both are runs in the server side, but there are condition filters are available in UI policy. They in client script there is no condition filters are available,
Mm-hmm.
and for the
Both
advanced change,
runs on server side or client side?
client side both are runs in the client side.
Yeah.
Oh, yes,
Okay. So let us say if you so generally which will execute first, client side or a client script or a UI policy?
sir. Client script will execute first, but
Mm-hmm.
there is any conflict between the client script and UI policy. The
Okay.
UI policy will be a result of the UI policy will be applicable.
Yeah, correct. Okay. So what is the basic difference between a UI policy and a data policy?
Sir, UI policy runs on a server client side. Data policy runs on a server side. We can use UI policy to make field mandatory, visible, and read only.
Mm-hmm.
In data policy, there is no. We cannot make we can make the read only and mandatory. There is no we can option for the visibility.
Okay.
Yes, and UI policy is only applied on the server side data using which get from the uh, web services and mobile UI like that.
Yeah. So data policy, right? You told about data policy.
Yes, yes.
Okay. 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 So what if data is coming from a third party, let us say SOAP or REST, then which will work? UI policy or data policy?
Data policy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So what is the basic difference between an incident and a problem?
Sir, anything is broken or not working, uh, it called as a incident. But
Mm-hmm.
multiple same kind of incidents occur, then it generate the problem.
Okay, so I think you have a good grasp on these things. So how would you rate yourself out of 10, let us say? How would you rate yourself in scripting?
Five, sir.
Okay. Let's say, so do you know about sys fields? What are sys fields?
Sir, sys IDs is the unique
No,
IDs,
no, no, no. I meant, okay, so if we create a table, right?
right?
We are creating a table. There will be some fields which will be auto created.
Yes.
You know about those fields? What are those fields?
It's a global. No, sir.
Like updated by, created by, these are the fields which will get auto populated.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, we are writing a script, and in the script we don't want those fields to get updated. Okay,
Okay.
how will you do that?
Sir, using a autosys field function false.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So then we have written business rules. Okay, so what is the basic difference between a async BR and an after BR?
Sir, after business rule runs asynchronously, async business rule runs asynchronously. We can use the current and previous object in after business rule, but in async business rule we cannot use the current object and
Okay.
previous object. Yes.
So there is one requirement, okay, where let us say there is an incident, and let us say there is a request. Okay,
Okay.
there are you can say there are 100 request items attached to that request, and whenever those 100 requested items will get closed, then only that request will get closed. So which BR will you use?
Sir, async business rule. After business rule.
After or async?
After, sir.
Why?
Because it runs immediately.
It runs immediately.
Yes.
Mhm.
We can use async also, sir. But
Uh-huh.
because it runs server side, synchronous, asynchronous.
Which run? Both runs on server side, okay?
Yes, sir. No, sir. We can use the async because of that is the asynchronous. It can be runs on a back end of the server.
Yeah. Okay. So you have worked on flows, right? Workflow. Have you worked on flow designer as well?
No, sir. The flow. I didn't
O-
work on flow designer. I
Okay.
only work
Okay.
on the workflows.
You have worked on SLAs. What is a retroactive start? No, SLA.
Sir, retroactive start is ensured that SLA timing is adjusted retroactively to the count of incident was first created instead
Okay.
of incident priority changes.
Priority changes.
Yes.
If the SLA, okay, so let us say SLA, the start condition of SLA is when the state changes to assigned.
Okay.
Okay, the state of a ticket changes to assigned. Then that
Okay.
SLA will get attached to the ticket.
Okay.
Now I have checked that checkbox, retroactive start.
Mm.
So here the priority is not changing, nothing is happening. What will happen?
Sir, it counts the time from the incident was first created.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it will be work on the priority as well as the assignment group assigned to or something fields. It can
Yeah,
count. Yes.
yeah. Okay, okay. Emails and notification you have worked upon. Is there any way like we can trigger a notification from a UI action? Like let's say we are creating some UI action, and once we click it, or once that ticket is submit, let us say, we need to trigger the notification. How will we do that?
Sir, using gs.event queue.
Okay. And
Yes.
what are the parameters? First.
Using gs.event queue in bracket event underscore name current dot param one param 2.
Okay. Okay, looks fine. And action, client scripts, your policies. I think same thing you have mentioned in the upper part. Okay, this you have mentioned. Record producer. Okay. So what is the basic difference between a record producer and a service catalog or catalog item?
Sir, record producer allow user to create the task based record from the service
Mhm.
catalog like incident, problem, change. But from the service catalog, we can create the REQ and RITM in a SC underscore task table.
Okay. So there is one option to attach a workflow or flow designer in your catalog item you have created under this process engine section.
Yeah.
Can we attach a workflow or flow designer to a record producer? Like,
I
is there
didn't.
some function such as process engine under record producer?
No, sir, there is no option.
Okay, there is no any. Okay, so like, how will you attach a workflow on the record producer?
Sir, we
So
can
let us
create.
say you have, yeah,
We can. It is possible to we can create the separate workflow for the that record producer.
okay, yeah, okay. What is a cascade variable?
Sir, cascade variables are those variables whose values can be directly passed to the similar kind of variable.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can you explain it using an example?
Sir, using there is some reference field in the
Yeah.
variable set or variables is the reference types of reference type. So
Mm.
if suppose any other is a reference type, then it can this value can be directly passed to the to that variable also.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So there is one requirement from a customer that there are two types of users.
Okay.
Um, Let us say it is based on role. Okay.
Okay.
And there is different form layout which we have to present it to the both the users. So for user one, we have to present some other view, and for user two, we have to present some other view of the form. How will we do that?
Sir, using dictionary. No.
So there is one view where we have given case number, state, assignment group, assigned to. And for
Yes.
the user one, we have to show these four fields. And other
Sir,
view is,
using
yeah,
yes, yes. Sir, using ACLs.
okay.
Yes.
How
Using
will you do?
ACLs, we can. Sir, for that we can create the ACLs.
Mm-hmm.
We can select the object type as a records.
Okay.
Then yes, then we can select the tables which we want to give the access on the role A user
Mm-hmm.
table and fields, and then we can select the tables and field for the B user.
Okay, so like, how will you pass that user in a ACL? Will you script it or you will add it in a role or in a condition? How will you do that?
Sir, directly from the roles under the related links of ACL.
Okay. You can have you used view rules?
No, sir, I didn't.
Okay. So we can create view rules for that,
Okay.
and yeah, we can present the view whichever we want to do. Okay, so what is the basic difference between a REST and SOAP integration?
Sir, REST stands for the Simple Object Access Protocol.
Mm-hmm.
SOAP stands for the Simple Access Protocol. REST stands for the Representational State Transfer. SOAP permits only the XML data format. REST permits the um, Excel, XML, JSON.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and SOAP has a have its security, but REST are not have this is security. SOAP requires the more bandwidth and resources. REST required the less bandwidth and resources um, compared to SOAP. And SOAP is a protocol. REST is a architectural style.
Okay, looks good. So last question about this group management. What is the basic difference between so have you worked on assignment rules, sorry.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so why is it basically used?
Sir, assignment lookup rules is used for the suppose any user uh, is selected the CI, then CI related groups will be automatically populate in a assignment group assigned to field.
Mhm. Okay, so what is the basic difference between an assignment rule and a data lookup?
Sir, using data lookup, we can set a field value based on some condition instead of writing a script.
Okay.
Yes, using assignment group, we can set the uh, set the value
Mm-hmm.
set the value uh, based on some condition.
Scripting.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, yeah, looks fine. Yes. So my feedback would be that you have worked on these things, right? No need to mention it again and again.
Yes, sir.
Like
Yes.
for this, whatever expertise you are having, like you have written ITSM, incident problem change, you can mention in one,
Okay.
in one column or in one portion only. And yeah, apart from that,
Okay, sir.
yeah, so you're like you are having a good amount of knowledge and you're having a good amount of basic understanding. Um, and if you are asked like how much would you rate out yourself out of 10, you are having a good amount of knowledge in scripting as well. So don't need to mention it like 5 or 6. You can mention 8, up to 8, because you are having a 3+ year of service now
Okay.
experience, and you should have confident upon yourself that you can yeah, answer them confidently. So yeah, you can rate yourself out of 10 if they ask. So if you're having a good amount of knowledge, you can say that I'm having 8 or 9.